Oh wow.
Boys17104.com.
.com.
And you're listening to The Voice 17104.com. The Voice 171.
Voice17104.com. I'm about to get in on that. Sing that for a forum one day. The Voice
Absolutely, you should.
17104.com.
Okay, okay, I see what you. You know what?
Should have been recording, man.
Mercy, mercy me. Things ain't what they used to be. What? Jason A. Benefield. The A stands for Ain't he though?
Ain't you right?
Let me translate. Isn't he? Jason Ain't he though Benefield. What's going on?
What's up? What's up? Life is good over this way. Had a great day, and
Okay.
I am finally over my allergies
Okay.
from coming from the East Coast coming back to the West Coast.
Right,
I don't
right.
know. Some allergic reaction took place in my sinuses. I don't know what that was all
Okay.
about.
Well, different things grow out in different places, I guess you could say.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess you could say. Because
Yeah, yeah.
when I moved from Buffalo to the South, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I didn't know that I was allergic to oak trees or the pollen from oak trees. Like I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, but
Okay.
why was that? Because I mean, it's not that Buffalo doesn't have oak trees, but we don't have pollen that long.
Okay. Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So
Got you.
needless to say,
Yeah.
nevertheless. And then
Absolutely.
it's a totally different thing here.
But you would think, right? I would think that
Okay,
because of the
go
fact
ahead.
that it's so lush and so green, it's so beautiful over there on the coast, where here is like desert and they might have some green here or there, some trees here or there, but it wasn't like that at all. It was like you
Is
come
it
back over
desert
here.
because it's cement? Is
Say,
it
say that one more
desert
time.
because it's cement? Is it desert cement?
The desert cement? No.
No,
I
like
think
you
it's
know
the
how like
climate.
really?
Like because of the climate, because like I guess once upon a time this was all desert, just like in Arizona as well, So like, and I remember too.
Okay.
Go ahead, you're gonna say.
No, I was like, okay, now it makes sense. Geographically, I
Okay,
wasn't thinking about that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think like at 1.2, it's almost like they have these like some type of stuff in the air when you dig up the sand and stuff. But I'll get into that once I get more information because I remember when I first moved there to Arizona, that was the big thing. So
Well,
you'll
Arizona
see.
is good for people with asthma.
Yeah.
So, I
Good.
mean, that doesn't mean anything for allergies, but it's good for asthma.
Yes. and for people with joint issues too. Joint
Yes,
issues.
yes. So
Yeah,
add that to your fact base. Let's say hello to
absolutely.
Miss Promise Mills. Promise Mills, hey, hey. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Promise I have not forget how you're gonna help me out. I went to the expert for some baby hair and promise I have not forgotten. I do not forget a challenge. I am still on it. What? And I'm getting big eyelashes. I'll be like, just watch. Just watch. You'll see. You'll see. Don't worry. Don't worry. So Jason, I was it's been 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Yeah. Talk to
Yeah.
me. What's going on?
Yeah. I just want to also mention again about how much fun I had being there live in the studio in Harrisburg with
Yes.
you. with Taft, which was a special surprise. Like
Yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh, Taft is here. And then Minister Chris, he didn't
yeah.
expect me and I showed up and he was just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. He was like, Elizabeth, I'm coming home. Coming home, Elizabeth. Like I was like, I was like really excited to see him, but I know he's really
Yeah,
excited to see me too. So yeah.
yeah,
We got pictures? There we go. Yeah.
yeah. Yes, the
Yeah.
trio. I had a great time too. The energy was amazing. The
Yeah.
energy and just all of us. I mean, we automatically we all feed off of each other anyway.
Hmm.
So the dynamic between the three of us is already amazing. I don't think people even realize how much, how we click, how well we click. Or maybe
Hmm.
we do because now we're at 3 years. But
Hmm.
just being in the studio, and the studio is a special place to be anyway.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
place is just amazing. So
Hmm.
I think once Taft is back or something, maybe we have to get into the studio a little more often, and maybe you'll have to. Uh, well, we could either have you come to the studio or just have Minister Chris pack up everything in the studio, and then every so often we all just come out to LA. Problem solved. Look at me. See how that works? Send
That'd
it
be pretty
down.
cool. Y'all coming out here to visit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Problem solved. Problem solved. So how was your East Coast uh trip?
Oh, it was
Your trip
wonderful.
coast.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Minus the memorial. Um, I really can't take away from that, but it was really good to really release that in my own way.
Right.
Um, and Mr. Chris, I sent the ones with myself and my sisters, and then my sisters and my uncle. Um, like those are the only pictures I have. But um, so I was in Maryland with my sisters. My sisters, they showed up Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday, they showed up. And so I was there repping Howard University where I want to
I
go.
see you.
And yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Yep. Oh no, not that one,
Ah,
but okay. So not that one, not yet.
ah.
um he has, okay, my man. So yeah, so the one, so it would be well, it's okay. It's all right. You don't have to the other one with next to, yeah, no other, no,
Where do
not
you
that one. Wow.
where
Right
do you
there.
okay.
So that's my
We
Uncle Ernie.
okay.
That's my father's brother-in-law. We were there with him and his children in
Wow.
Maryland, and we had a great Thanksgiving. Had a great week spending time with them, and it was everything I needed and more for me.
Wow. Yeah.
Because it was just great to be around family, laughing, playing games. I won Jenga. We had a Jenga
Wow.
tournament, and I won.
Okay.
So yeah, it was
Okay.
great. Great
Put that
day.
on your resume. That's pretty
Right?
pretty deep.
Yeah. How about you, Miss Wind? Wind in.
Uh, my,
That's
you
how
know how you
Siri
just
calls her. Wind in.
yes, yes. So you know how you said that it was everything you needed it to be and more.
Hmm.
So coincidentally, my Thanksgiving was everything I needed it to be and more. Minister Chris, I think you got some pictures. Um, going home to my mom's house, going to Rock Hill. It's going back home, and my cousins are there and my favorite cousins and everything. And so my niece Keisha has a studio in her house. So we took advantage. The pink shirt is my sister Tina, and the beige next to me is my oldest sister Jackie, and then my mom, and then that's Nick on the other side. Of course, that's me. And so we just took the opportunity. Minister Chris, you can go to the next one to just be silly. Um, so we decided to do a pyramid, which I've
Yeah.
never been a part of a pyramid because I apparently have never been on a cheerleading squad. But you can go to the
And
next
you think there's schemes. Well, go ahead.
one. you know. So my mom got that's not even half the family. That's probably one quarter of one branch of the family. Being my mom, my one of my aunt's sons, wives, my sisters and husbands, and my niece and nephew. But my mom got the VFW. The lady on the side, I have no idea who she is. She just came in. So she's not just looking like that because we left her out of the picture and she wasn't mad at us, but it was her boyfriend or husband that took the picture. But my mom got the whole VFW club for us, for just us. And so my nephew in the gray, standing on the left side in the front, he sang. He's an artist. He does Afro beats and he
Okay.
sings, raps a little bit. So he did a whole set, and we just absolutely. You can go to the next one, Minister Chris. We just absolutely had a ball, and just love. You can just keep kind of clicking through them, but just love, hugs, everybody there. Um, it's warm enough that we set the food up outside under the tent and we eat and we get together. We all stand in a circle and pray together. That's Sandy that you always
I
see.
see him.
And
Yes, I
yeah,
see Sandy in the house.
yeah. So we always have a good time. And that's just, I mean, like, if ever a doctor could prescribe something, that was it. And I got it. That was it.
Yeah,
So really quick, I
yeah.
want to say hello to Chris Camouflage Williams. Chris Camouflage, happy birthday. He had a birthday the other day. So Chris
Okay.
Camouflage Williams, I saw you out there. And my mom, Randy Massey in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Hey, mom, thank you for coming on. So the holidays were really great. But I don't know where we were going with this, but I want to say the holidays bring out the best, but sometimes it brings out the worst in people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it brings out the best and worst in people. So I was at this Chinese restaurant, the one that we told you about when you were here. I was at the Chinese
Yes.
restaurant ordering my food, went to go pick it up, and there was a guy in there, and he was already, you could tell he was frustrated, and he had ordered his food, and apparently his food was wrong. So he was arguing with the guy behind the counter, and he was like, "This isn't it," and the guy was like, "No, this is what you ordered. This is what you ordered. You got what you ordered." And the guy was like, "No, it's not. I ordered this, that, and the other." So they're going back and forth. So finally, the guy from the kitchen comes out. He takes the food out the bag, and he's like, "You asked for this. That's what this is." So the guy hit it and hit the food out of his hand across the counter. So he takes the food and just is like, "I don't want this." So the other guy picks up the thing and throws it back at him, and it hits him. And you know what happened, right?
They fought.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Them cats was fast as lightning. And it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. Whoa. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it. That didn't happen. I just I just had to do it. I don't know
You
why
just
I do it.
you
I just
just to
do it.
do it.
I just do it. I don't know. And that song has been on my mind all day. And I was like, I don't know why. So I said, okay, I know what to do with this. I'm here for you. That's it. I'm done for the day.
Oh Lord. That's great. That was
You
so
even
good.
leaned
I'm
in
like,
a little
I did have to lean in like,
bit.
and then what happened next? And what they gonna say next? And then what did he do?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Show for show. Most
So what else you
definitely.
got? There were some pictures you skipped over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Did we get to see
yeah.
those yet, or is it not time?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
could talk about it
Christmas. I'm like,
now.
is it not time? Is it not time?
Yeah, yeah, I can talk about that. So there's an organization that I work for called Get Literature, where it helps children through literacy. And went on Saturday night, we had a gala for the event. And that jacket there that you see me in is
Yes,
the jacket
Deborah.
that my cousin gave me from Maryland. And so I was scrambling throughout all of LA to find a black French cuff shirt and some attire to go, some accessories to go with it. And so I found the bow tie, the shirt, and also the pocket square
Okay. Okay.
to jazz it all up. And so that's how. And then these are my people here. So the woman in the between me and my man Victor, she is the CEO and owner of Get Lit.
Okay.
And the young lady in the black dress, Tiffany, we worked together, and she was the host for the evening. Everyone else is a part of my spiritual community. Deanna, Aisha, Victor, and Carlton on the other side of me.
Okay.
So it was a great night, and we had a ball, and they got to see what we do. They got to see the youth perform, some of the youth perform, and they were really excited. The people, and I all got to sit at the table with them, and any questions they had, I was able to answer. And
Wow.
yeah, so it was really fun on Saturday. I'm grateful, truly grateful.
Wow. That's amazing. I'm proud of you for the work that you do, with the young people and just, a lot of times I don't know where this is coming from, and it's certainly not a part of the script. I'm just telling you, I'm the first one to go off script tonight. But a lot of times our young people don't get a chance to see that kind of thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
They don't get a chance. And I think it's important for them to see everything, to be exposed to all of the positives, and so
Yeah.
you cleaned up really well, Mr. Benefield. See, Jason A. Anito Benefield. That's what I'm talking about.
I
That's what I'm talking about. Go on and do the thing. Go on. But
yeah.
that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all
Had a
right.
great time. Oh, I do want to say real quick
Yes.
before we continue
Yes.
that at the dinner, at the Thanksgiving dinner, I come walking in with sweet potato pie because I made sweet potato pie. And my cousin was just like, "Where are your books?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she says, um, "You could drop off the pie, but go back and get your books."
Oh, wow.
So she had me selling my books at Thanksgiving dinner.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about. That's
I
what
was
I'm
like,
talking about.
but I'm grateful. I'm grateful
Yes.
because it's out there, and there were people from Buffalo, from Delaware, and from somewhere else too.
Okay.
And yeah. I'm grateful. That
I
was really
sent
cool.
the I sent the link. I've been talking about your book, and it's really interesting because I had a conversation with someone. She's like a little sister to me, and we were talking, and she was talking about a healing circle, and she was talking about dealing with trauma from her childhood, and talking about different things, and I was like, wow. So I took a picture of your book, and I was like, you got to check this guy out. You got to check this out. And then the next day, I was talking to someone else, and she was telling me about her husband, that he went on a journey. He just needed to get away, and so he went and traveled and went on this sort of pilgrimage or whatever. And she was looking, for books and things to send to him. And I was like, I got the book for you. So I sent the link. So it's just interesting that doors will open for conversations to be had, but it's not, I mean, it's something that's needed. It's very relevant to what we are dealing with, and especially now. So kudos to you. Go ahead, family selling the book. Go
All right,
ahead.
I say,
Look, your
yeah, thank
family
you.
has not look, or Barnes and Noble got nothing on y'all.
No, nothing, not a thing, not a thing,
That's
not
all
a
right.
thing.
That's all right. Um, before we get too far gone, Minister
Yes,
Chris,
yes.
can you help us with our Family Feud?
Oh man, yeah, we were almost halfway through and didn't even do that.
I know, right? So top five, let me see, one, two, three, four, five. Top five answers on the board. Uh, you can yell out the answers, but it would really help if you would just go ahead and type them in. You can type them as we're talking. Name something in a person's closet that only comes out on special occasions. Something in a person's closet
Ugly Christmas sweater.
comes out. Uh, ugly Christmas sweater. That's quite specific, but that's not on there. I guess some people wear those all year round.
I
Um,
guess.
Maybe they just
I guess
maybe
so.
they're just wearing them all like whatever. Like I'm gonna just keep mine on.
Right, right.
Yeah, so by all means, please feel free. So Jason, we
Yes,
got a
ma'am.
lot. Oh, what Christopher Thomas said tux. That is the number one answer. Tuxedo.
Oh, okay. So
For
how about dinner gown then? Dinner gown?
number two answer is a dress. We'll go with that. We'll go with it. We'll take it. We'll take it. My mom, oh wait, Chris, my mom said a hat. No, mom, there's no hat there, but it definitely should be.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I doing that or am I seeing?
What's
That
that?
must be me. Sorry.
Are you hearing that again? The same thing?
No, just tripping. I
Oh,
see
okay.
it on my phone, but I saw something move, but I'm watching my phone, but there's a delay and what moved was my hand. So I was like,
Ah,
anywho, anywho,
ooh-wee.
let's just move on, shall we?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, uh, my Christopher Thomas said black cufflink shirt.
Oh,
No,
wow.
no, no, but that's very specific. But no, that's not on there. Let's say hello to Leo Nelson. Hey, Jack, thank you for coming
Hey,
on. Long time no see. Thank you
hey.
from Buffalo, from the 716. He said
716.
Ty. Ty is not on there either. Interesting.
Wow.
I
That is
thought y'all would,
interesting.
yeah, I thought y'all would pull this out quick. Pull this
Y-
out quick.
You know,
Ty is
I'm trying to answer this to be politically correct, but go ahead.
no, go ahead. Oh no, I want to hear this one.
Uh, a person's gender reveal.
Okay, okay. No, I don't get it. Not a light
Are you
came on.
are you just you are having a moment over there. It's like first you're hearing things and now you're seeing things move.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
apparently the light switch did too because the light came on. But it's cool. It's cool. Well, let's a person. Well, before I even make you go any further, there's nothing on here that would uh that would be close to that. But I mean, you want to expound? Care to go a little deeper?
No, I don't. No, no. I think that's good enough. That's good enough.
Okay. So mom said silver shoes. Yes, dress shoes is on there. That is number four.
Wow. Wow.
Leo Nelson said lingerie. No, that's not on there either. That's never mind. Leo said lingerie. That is not on there either. Two more answers on the board. Something that I almost forgot the question. Name something in a person's closet that only comes out on special occasions. See, it was the special occasions part that kind of got it, you know.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a special occasions part.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
After that, I'm trying to think.
Leo said a sweater. Nope, nope, no sweater. We had that one. Only two more answers. So,
Only
uh,
two more answers.
yeah, and it's just a 1 hour show. So y'all just keep
Yeah.
and remember, it has to be who they're asking. You got to think who they're asking.
Well, that's why I said ugly Christmas sweater because I
Yeah, but I think
figured that.
they wear that all year round.
Yeah.
Mom said a costume. No. Leo said suit jacket. Yeah, that was the number one answer. We had that one. Interesting,
Wow.
interesting. And
I
now this
agree.
tells me that if I ever need to if I'm looking for something in any of your homes, I know where to go look for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're telling on
Yeah.
yourselves. You're telling on
Yeah.
yourself.
Nah, I'm not. Absolutely not. Why would I? I have nothing. I have nothing to hide.
You know, Dr. Phil says he who has nothing to hide hides nothing.
Is that what Dr. Phil says? Ah,
It is. I don't know why I remember stuff like that. I don't know why. I don't know why I remember stuff like that.
oh boy, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. So what else
Yeah.
we got? I know we
Yeah.
got another topic. Set us up.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a video that you sent me about the Pledge of Allegiance that this young girl was stating and how it was said. And I believe that this here was hilarious, but then also it was kind of apropos because it really speaks to a lot of what's happening in this world. Oh, Mr. Chris already has it. Let's go, Mr. Chris.
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of Tingle Tingle Maker and to the fucking elections on nation, on the good, and the biscuit, with the biscuit flag. Behind all your heart.
So she pledged allegiance to Tinkle 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 Tango. And Minister Chris. This would be our last show. Jason, you always set me up. You always set me up for stuff.
Here's the thing that got me about it, right? Because I'm sure that, a lot of schools, I know growing up, for me, that's what it was about. Like we had to learn the Pledge of Allegiance. We had to do it every morning before we started our day. There was no diversion from that. Um, from that, I want to. I don't want to say training. I want to say from that ingrained data,
Yes.
push,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I got older, especially in high school, I would stand up, but I would keep my hat on, or I would keep my hat on and I would stay sitting.
Mm.
So so me and my best friend, we did that, and the teacher started taking points off of our final grade
Really?
because we wouldn't stand up for the pledge. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I didn't care.
Wow. I don't think I've, I think I might have been maybe, and Mom, you can tell me if I'm right. I may have been like around the third grade when I don't know if we talked about it at home or what happened, but I no longer stood for I mean, no, I've always stood, but I wouldn't say it.
Mm,
I wouldn't say it. And now,
mm,
out of respect for other people who are so, um, I don't know, just so patriotic. And I do recognize that people have given their lives for certain freedoms. And I believe, I believe that and I appreciate that. Howsoever, the Pledge of Allegiance doesn't include me, you
mm,
know, and it's not true. And I think we talked about it before. I have a poem called The 31 Word Lie. There's 31 words in the Pledge of Allegiance. And, the original, and I won't do it the whole thing, but the original Pledge of Allegiance, before they started putting their hands on their chest, they did out like the Hitler thing. And so during
mm.
World War II, because they were worried that it looked too much like what they did, that's when they started putting it on their chest. So when you listen to the words, it doesn't include me. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm not, hello. So no, I can't do it.
Yeah. And I used
I
to say
can't
for
do it.
justice for some, because
Yeah,
I knew. I mean, come on, with liberty and justice for some, it was like you said, it wasn't about me, and absolutely. And so that's why I never understood the push. Like you want me to say some words that good and darn well has absolutely nothing to do with me, and you could care less if it did or not.
absolutely. Well, it's never needed to change. Even with the song, I mean, it's needed to change, but it never needed to change for them. So
Yeah,
for people that it works for, why change it? And for the people that it doesn't work for, if we don't do anything or we don't say anything, then the people that it works for still don't need to change it.
yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
my son does not say it. And I've been very clear. You have to be respectful. You have to be respectful, but you don't have to say it. You know, that's
Help me with that one. The fact that you have to be, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Knowing what I know now, a whole lot of things that a lot of individuals have done on some occasions, especially some of our people that have went into war and things
mhm.
like that. Most of those wars that America has been involved in has not been for what they said it was about.
It never is. War is never for what they say it's about. Arguments are never really what you're arguing about. There's always an underlying, you know, there's always an underlying issue. But why I say be respectful is everybody has a right to believe and to do, whatever their beliefs are. And so in doing that, I request, require, demand that they respect my right to not believe in it or to not say it. So I'm not going to demean them or be like, look at you, or do anything like that. That's your choice. If you want to believe in Santa Claus, then that's your choice, and I'll go along with it. However, as for me and mine, no, we don't. We don't. And I would
But you'll
stand
still
for
stand?
I stand for any country. If I'm somewhere and they stand for their national anthem or whatever, like the being in the Eastern Stars and international, we have a very large Bahamian membership, and we have a very large Liberian membership. And so there are times during different programs where they will have the Bahamian national anthem, and I will stand, out of respect for them. I have no idea what it means. Same thing for Liberia. I'll stand. I respect you. I respect your beliefs. I respect all of that. I'll stand for it. And as for here, I'll stand. I'm not singing. I'm not putting my hand over my heart. I'm not doing any of that. But I will stand because I respect whatever you believe. But I'm not doing that. I'm not pledging allegiance to anything. I can't. I do. I pledge allegiance to God, you know, to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But you know, he's never wavered in his justice or in his word. It's never wavered, so I don't have to worry about that. But here they wavered. Did you know, or do you realize that anytime there was a war, like in Vietnam and things like that, the reason they put us up front was to try to confuse, was to try to confuse the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, we don't have anything, because they knew what was going on. And so yeah, no, it's never been about us or for us, ever. But I don't know. Why do you think that that's too much, the respect, or the do you think that's too much?
Like I understand about, when it comes to other countries, like I'll sing "Oh Canada," like, you know,
It's only two words.
yeah, "Oh Canada." If you remember that, that's all you remember.
Right.
Um, like our home in faithful land.
Oh
Da,
wow.
da, 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 da. Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
almost
we
like,
know who stayed up late.
hey, and also who've been to. I mean, but then plus they played at the hockey games in Buffalo.
That's true.
They played
That's
at the
true.
hockey
So
games in
you
Buffalo.
stand for that, and then when they say and now for the Star Spangled Banner, then you sit down.
Yeah, I
You're
said
like,
no,
oh,
yeah,
forget it.
because I'm not from America, from Canada.
Right, right. Well, no, I mean, I would just instantly be like, I'm not from here. I'm not from
Yeah,
here.
I don't know, I don't know this one.
This
Never
home is
heard this
not
one.
my home.
No, but
Speaking of that, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I get it. Yet I guess it's like, okay, so I guess I'm on this new kick, but I'm in this new way of looking at things as not saying or being in a way where it seems like it is negative, or so I look at it in a way where I can say, well, you know what? I understand that this is what individuals do. I just choose not to do it. I say it like
Right.
that. But yeah, again, I will. If I am somewhere else, and if it is representing somewhere else, I most definitely will participate in how they choose to acknowledge their country in their ways.
Yeah. I guess I could see that. I could see that. I can't. I mean, I can't do it because this is not like, how do I say it? I guess I wouldn't. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I know what I believe in and what I don't believe
Mhm.
in, and I'm um, pretty clear with that. So I don't do it. Some of the people that are, let me hear from you guys
Yeah.
that are on with us. Let us hear from you. How do you feel about it? I'm surprised my mom hasn't said anything yet because she also feels strongly about it. And we've talked about this before, but I don't know if you heard it. And I don't know if I sent it to you because I don't really send it out much, or I don't really send out that stuff. But Chris Stapleton sang the Star Spangled Banner,
Hmm.
and it was really good. Like, if it wasn't that song, but now I'm a Chris Stapleton fan. He did
Okay.
not do it wasn't as good as Marvin Gaye, because Marvin Gaye made it sound like a love song. I say this every time. I know a lot of people
Here we
think that
go.
Whitney did it best, but I'm just gonna say Marvin did it. But I want to say that Chris Stapleton he surpassed Whitney a little bit, I think.
I'm gonna have to listen
I'm
to
just
that one and see before I could
Yeah.
give any type of critique on that.
Yeah, I mean, like, you, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. And my issue with the Star Spangled Banner, of course, is are the lyrics.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
lyrics, and a lot of people don't realize that, one, it's a 4-verse song that we only sing verse one,
Mm.
and verse 1, 2, 3. Verse 3 says, "And where is that band who so vauntingly swore that the havoc of war and the battle's confusion, a home and a country, should leave us no more? Their blood has washed out their foul footsteps' pollution. No refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. And the Star Spangled Banner in triumph doth wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave." So it says, no refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. Why are we still singing this? I
That's
don't know.
why I said last time when we talked about this that we should do America the Beautiful.
Yeah, we did talk about that, but I think it was something about America the Beautiful that we weren't all in agreement on either.
Really? Okay.
Isn't that
You probably
beautiful?
was right. You probably was right.
We didn't, I don't know
Huh?
if you did America the Beautiful. Isn't America the Beautiful, oh,
Y-
beautiful for gracious skies, for amber
Yeah,
ways of
yeah, the
grain?
one that yeah. Matter of fact, let me look. Let me look at this. America the Beautiful.
So
Let me
first
just
we
look.
did My Country 'Tis of Thee.
Yes, I
Did
remember
you guys
that.
do
My country, tis of. Yeah, we did that immediately after the pledge. Yes, we sang that song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet Land of Liberty. Yeah, that pretty much ended that song.
Of the
Of
sing, and
the
that's the one
land where
that
our fathers died, land where the pilgrims cried, from
from
some.
every mountainside let freedom ring. Hmm.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Martin Luther King said, "When we let freedom ring, we let it ring from every hamlet in every state." Yes.
Okay. Wow, Jason, you are on a roll today. What? This
Okay,
was your
so
chance to say, I don't know how I do it. I just
I
do
just
it.
to do it. Yeah, right. That
Right,
was my
see?
chance. Absolutely,
Right.
yes.
We'll work on it. Deliver. We
Yeah,
gotta
we're
work
going.
on
Yeah,
deliver.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
after my country tis of thee was America the Beautiful.
Yes, yes.
And I
Oh,
feel
so
like there
there's
was another
three different versions of America
of
the
America
Beautiful.
was one the one that Ray Charles did.
Yeah, the 1911 version, but there's a 1893 version, and which is a poem, and then there's a 1904 version. So there's three different versions of this song.
Not surprised. Not surprised.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Okay. Um. So the original version says, "Oh, beautiful for Helkin skies, for amber
Oh,
waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the
Rooted Flame.
nuh um enameled plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, till till souls wax fair on earth and air, and music hearted sea." Interesting.
Let's
Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet, whose stern and impassioned stress a thoroughfare of freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, till past be wrought through wilds of thought by pilgrim foot and knee.
So there was an 1893 version by Catherine Bates,
Yes, I think that's right.
and she says,
Yes,
"Till
Catherine
nobler
Bates.
men,
Yes,
yeah." She says, "Till nobler men keep once again thy whiter jubilee."
yes,
Why they
that's
got
the
to be?
last line.
Yeah, why
Yes,
they got to be nobler men, and why it got to be whiter jubilee? See what I'm saying? So we kids up in here just singing verse one, and we have no. It seems harmless, and what you said is important. Ingrained. This stuff
yeah,
was ingrained.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it seems harmless, but methinks that it is not.
No, not at all. Even if you look at the 1904 version, it was like, "Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet, whose stern and impassioned stress, a thoroughfare for freedom beat across the wilderness, America, America, got men thine every flaw, confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty and law."
Now that one would have been better because if you're asking God to mend the flaw and help them control themselves, now that would have been better. That would have worked. I think that it should be the one that we use, my national anthem, lift every voice and sing. I think that the words could go for everybody. I
Yeah,
think that till earth and heaven ring. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We
yeah.
all, I think that could be the one for everybody.
And it can be because I mean I'm looking at that because that was interesting because somebody said to me that there were two more verses. I was like, "There's two more verses." It was like, "Yeah,
Well,
we
there's
only
three or
sing the
four verses, right? 3 or 4 verses of it.
yeah, absolutely, yeah." But yeah, this is definitely a universal thing, and it also encapsulates everyone. It doesn't leave out anyone. But then,
I think we need to talk to somebody about that.
oh, they got Cheryl Lee Ralph singing. They had her singing it
I,
at the Super Bowl.
yeah, I didn't care for that version.
No,
The girl doing the sign language did it better. She
still
did it.
have questions about that, even though I can't read sign. I still have questions about that because sometimes it seems like it's a little much.
Well,
Because
they
after
have to.
that
It's a lot of
tobacco,
words.
Yeah, okay, I guess so. But I guess after that
I
debacle
mean,
with the uh Nelson Mandela funeral, where they said that the
yes,
woman wasn't or the person wasn't really really knew sign language.
yes, yes. That's happened a couple of times. That's happened a couple of times where someone has been there. Now, not related, but kind of related. I don't remember his name, but did you see the guy, the football player, who's been who's been fined for over celebrating in the end zone? And so he went and took a sign language class. And so now when he gets in the end zone, he doesn't say anything. He just signs. And so I forgot his name, but he's been doing standing on business. You know, he gets to the end, he's like, I'm standing, you know, before he was like, I stand on business. So he does
Uh,
standing on business. So that's all I know.
really,
Yeah, standing
really.
business.
Okay, see now you about to make me Google this man's name now. So standing on this, okay, football player that signs in the end zone. Okay, so
Yes.
let me. Oh Lord, it's so here we go again. Um, we go off off script. Um, end zone. Um,
Because we stand on our business.
um. Oh no, it's not coming up. So maybe should put sign language. Football. Oh, I know what I didn't put. Football player. Um. So here's the thing. Oh, it's Odell Beckham. Say word.
Word. Is that who
I
it
did
is?
not. Yeah, Odell Beckham. Oh no, that's for peace sign. Excuse me. That was for peace sign. Nope, that's not him.
Let's see. Okay,
I'm looking now.
DK Metcalf.
Oh,
DK Metcalf.
Metcalf.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah, it
okay.
says
DK Metcalf.
says that he taunted the Dallas crowd with impressive sign language skills.
You
He's
you
taking
know
classes on his days off. So he learned, it says Seahawks DK Metcalf learned sign language just to trash talk opponents without getting flagged. They say it's the pettiest thing ever.
best thing ever is that the league is tightening it up so much on these brothers that they can't have any fun on the field anymore.
So he signed 44, my son, after scoring because he was telling number 44 on the Rams, uh, cornerback Akello Witherspoon, that he had burned the defensive back. Come on, it's petty. That's petty, but it's good. See, that's when petty. That's when you use petty at best. I
Absolutely.
I, I think that's applaudable. I think that is wonderful.
DK, I got your back 100%. I have every
You have to do like
player's
that,
back.
clapping
Oh,
and
go yeah,
clapping.
right.
Yeah, you
I
gotta.
got your back, DK. I got your back.
Speaking of
Absolutely.
which takes us even further from the original topic. But there's this comedian that I watch. His name is Matt Rife, right?
Okay.
And he's funny, but and his whole show is him talking to the audience. So there was someone there, and she was deaf, and so he said, "Is she deaf or is she just faking it? You know, is she just faking it?" So he turns his back and he tells the sign language interpreter, he was like, "Don't sign this." So the sign language interpreter, he said, "No, don't sign me saying don't sign this." So he turns his back and he said, "There's a man with a white cap sitting 2 seats over from her. I want you to lean over and just scream in her ear." He turns around and the guy does it. And the girl's face was like, her face was, he said, "Wow." He said, "First of all," he said, "you are a dirtbag for doing it." So then come to find out, the lady, and he was like, the lady that he leaned over, because she was 2 people over, the lady that he leaned over, she was deaf too. I'm not laughing at the fact that they were deaf. Let's be clear. Oh, but it was funny. I have to send it to you. I can't play such things on here because of the language.
Oh
But
my goodness.
he
What?
is hilarious. And if he ever comes anywhere near where I am, I would love to go see him. I just would not sit in the front row.
Oh no, you can never sit in the front row of those places.
No, I
Never
would
ever.
I just can't take it. And there's another guy named Nate Jackson, and he
I
does
think
the
it's
same thing.
yeah.
Yeah, oh, he's funny too. If either of them, Matt Rife or Nate Jackson, if they were to come anywhere near where I am, I would go see them. They are hilarious.
I heard it was bad etiquette for comics to go after the people. They say if you talk about yourself, that's funny, but if you talk about the people in the audience, then that is bad comic etiquette. But that's the most funniest stuff.
That's the funny. Well, people go because like Nate Jackson one time he said, "Did you know what was going to happen when you came and sat in the front row?" And the guy was like, "No, she got the tickets." And he was like, "Oh, she set you up." And so he was like, "Let's talk about it." So he'll ask, "How did you meet
Yeah, yeah,
for a living?" And they're hilarious, but
yeah,
people are coming for that. You
yeah,
know, I
yeah,
just
yeah,
don't know if I have thick enough skin to sit through that. Like, you're not going to pick the one thing that I am most self-conscious about, you know, and then
yeah.
go to town for the whole world to see. But I would love to take some of my family and put my family there and be like, you sit here, I'm gonna go back there, be right back. Go ahead and go, you know.
Hey, I would love to be there for that. I would love to be there for that.
That is hilarious. Like that is hilarious. So I've got three shows, maybe four, on my bucket list of like I'm
No,
like,
okay.
okay. So of course Gregory Porter.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Greg,
Great reporter. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
Gregory Porter,
yes,
and
yes.
then those two comedians. I do want to go see The Color Purple, though part of me wants to boycott. Like part of me wants to be like, no, because the first one was fine. And I'm not
Okay.
a big Fantasia fan. Um,
You're not a Barbarino fan?
so I like her singing, but I don't like her voice.
You don't like her yellow voice?
Right,
The
that
way that
part right
she
there.
talks with me
And
for
then one
happy and
time,
stuff?
you know what? And she does that. Yeah, shh. She didn't have that speech impediment when she was on American Idol. She
Yes,
picked that up from
she did.
either,
She did it. Ah, like that.
I think she's trying to channel Tina Turner. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I forgot to look at the comments. Sorry. We just talking and no comment.
You don't
Um,
even look at the how long ago have you not looked at the comments?
since Leo Nelson said blink it when we were playing Family Feud.
Okay. Okay.
But I
Wow,
haven't
that's a
gotten
long
any
time.
since. No, I haven't received any since then. Did you?
No, I don't see any. Are people out there? Are y'all out there?
My mom is. She just
Okay.
gave us a thumbs up.
Okay.
Mom is she's always there.
And I
Um,
appreciate her too. I appreciate your mother.
no, thank you. I
She's a
appreciate
fan for sure.
she is a top fan. Jack is
Hmm.
still here. Leo Nelson said, yeah, he's still here. Thank you, Jack. He's
Okay.
a fan. He's a fan. Not to be
Yeah.
confused with OnlyFans, but he is a fan.
I would have an off camera conversation with you about that. Like,
Okay.
how is that going for you? Are you, it's that's not an on camera conversation. That's a later, when
You got problems. Whatever. Leo said he's laughing at y'all. My mother said yes. Um, so there are two Facebook pages that the show is
okay.
aired on.
Okay.
And so I guess I don't know if we can see. Um,
Yeah,
There's two
I'm looking now.
on the Voice
Yeah.
17104 and the Voice 17104 live. And so the comments are on the live page. So,
Oh,
but
okay,
please,
got
by
you.
all means, keep them coming and let us know. Let us know what's out there. And then, Minister Chris, I need you to go back in afterwards and edit out Jason's last comment. Just cut that whole comment out. Like, do some AI with it or something like that. Because here's what we not gonna do. Here's what we not gonna do. So, Jason,
Yes,
are
yes.
you expecting Christmas to be? I just jumped after that. I just jumped onto a whole nother band.
You
Uh,
did, you
are you,
did. You was just
well, I looked at the time also. Uh, are
okay.
you expecting Christmas to be as big? Like, do you do as big a Christmas as you did at Thanksgiving? What are your thoughts?
You know what? Honestly, I think the Thanksgiving one was all a surprise because of for me everything that was happening, and so
Yeah,
it was like like I think my sister's coming in with my niece and nephew, and then being around like all kinds of family, even people that I haven't met before, and had the opportunity to meet and be around. That was something special. I think that was something special, and it was something that we needed. Me and my sisters needed. Um, But yet, I think as far as Christmas is concerned, I'm not totally sure yet how that's going to look, what that's going to look like. If that's, an Arizona trip or if that's a local LA stay. I'm not sure yet. I haven't, because my heart right now is looking at Maryland.
okay.
So, yeah, but we'll see how that
Well,
all
East
unfolds.
Coast would love to have you.
Absolute, absolute.
We do, we always go home for Thanksgiving and then we do Christmas. It's usually just us, a little bit more laid back and we cook, we Christmas for us. So Taft and we come up with a menu or something that we've never cooked before. Then we usually will do like a Nigerian dish or something like that for Christmas. And then for New Year's, we do a seafood boil. As I'm thinking of it, all of which you would do none. So,
Well, I would, but in a vegan version.
okay, and a vegan.
So
So
there's
is
a
there
way
a
to still
vegan
do that.
seafood
Yes,
boil?
yes. My sister actually does that.
Vegan seafood boil. It took a while for um those snacks to go away. Are you still eating those? Are you still
I still have them.
grazing in those?
Yes,
Yeah, I
I'm
know
still
you do still
grazing.
have them.
Yeah, I'm
I
still
know you
grazing.
do.
Yes,
They don't they don't have a expiration date.
they don't. You sure?
No, why would they? They it's cardboard. It
What? What?
doesn't. Whoa, windy off the top rope.
Woo! That was cold blooded.
No,
Okay,
I'm just saying I can't imagine that it would go bad.
but
I believe it's non-perishable.
I believe they are because there's natural, but yet, I will have to look. Now you're gonna have to have me look. I'm gonna have to grab them and look at them.
Check it out. Check it out.
I will.
Leo
Yeah.
Nelson said Christmas is going to be bland like Thanksgiving for me. Well, it doesn't have to be. Harrisburg is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. We could all get together and have a semi, or we could have a vegan seafood. Well, I'm trying to think because Jack does. Do you still do he used to do the sandwiches, hoagies and stuff. He's like the Scotties of this generation. You do remember Scotties, right, Jason?
I remember Scotty's.
So he's
Absolutely.
like the Scotties of this generation or of this
Oh,
era.
really?
Yeah, he's like the
Okay.
of this era. So
I'm shucks. You know what? That's one thing I want to duplicate. I want to duplicate the sauce that
the
is
Scotty
used
sauce.
for yes.
So speaking of that, Coonies, Coonies, Kuni. It's
Okay.
Coonies. I had to be clear, Kuni. Japanese. It's a sushi restaurant, and they have
Okay.
a dressing there that I just cannot. I want it. I can't find it, but it's one of those things. And I think that that sauce is also one of those things. There's something a little je ne sais quoi that's in it that
Yeah.
they would never tell you what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jack, do you know the Scotty sauce? Do you know how to do it? And is your sauce like that sauce or is it that sauce? Because anybody that's watching, if you don't know what a Scotty uh, steak sub is, because you know, in Philadelphia, they call them steak hoagies and they're like
All
really
right.
proud of them. It's not
Yeah.
the same. It's
No,
not.
it's not the same. No,
And
no, no,
this
no,
is
no, no.
where like a Scotty's, where you bite into it and it's hot and you're like, oh my God, and the cheese and the mushrooms and the
Oh,
onions
and
are
the
just,
onions. Yes.
oh my God, like
Yes.
the onions have
And
been
the banana
caramelized.
peppers that they put in there.
Oh
Oh,
yes, yes. And
thank you.
then
Thank you.
the sauce.
Yes, the
This
sauce.
is the sauce. That is what makes the sandwich. And even when it's hot and the oil be on the side of your hand,
Yes.
yes, I don't
Yes.
want it if my bag don't get a little greasy. I don't want it. Okay.
Is it? It's not chevettas, is it? They don't use chevettas, do they?
No, but chevettas on chicken is good. Can you use chevettas? And I have
I
not
had
used chevettas since I left Buffalo. Is chevettas only Buffalo?
chevettas is only buffalo. And I my sister sent when she was living in Buffalo, she sent me a bottle, and I think I still got it.
Wow, I forgot about chevettas. Huh.
Yeah. Chevette does. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Jack says I got my own sauce, but don't know what Scotty used. Okay,
Oh,
but
okay.
you do remember, he said Chevettas is
It's
gross.
gross.
Wow. Here we are like,
Right,
Chevettas,
right, right. And he
Chevettas
says
is
it's
gross.
gross.
Well, listen, we'll have you send me some because Jason won't eat it, but I'll taste for me and for Taft, and then we'll kind of weigh it out and have you on the show so we can talk about it. Listen, once again, and as always, we are running out of time, or we have run
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's go back. Top 5 things that people pull out of their closet once a year or during the holidays, I guess. Number one was suit or tux. Name something in a person's closet that only comes out on special occasions. Number one was suit and tux. Number two was dress. Number three was jewelry. No one said jewelry. Four
Oh,
was,
but it's because it's not in the closet.
I'm just saying. Now we know if you break into somebody's house, now you know.
Where to go get the jewelry? Yeah.
Jack said nasty aftertaste, not for the jewelry, but for the Chevettas. And he said decorations. He's still giving answers. No, no decorations. Number four was dress shoes. And number five, shotgun. Shotgun.
What's the
Now you
case?
know.
What's the?
Now you
Okay,
know
okay,
who answered
okay.
those questions. Now you know. Really quick, next week, Saturday, Minister Chris, I sent you 2 flyers. Next week, Saturday, the Nathaniel Gadsden Writers Word Shop. We're having our Kwanzaa community celebration. We'll have poetry, we'll have dancing, a fashion show, and vending. Yours truly will be there with oil, soap, shea butter. I will have my books. I'll do a little bit of poetry. We'll have a little bit of everything there. So please join us. It will be at the Camp Curtin Gym at 1298 Cumberland Street in Harrisburg. Oh, you got it. Hey, you got it. I'm excited. You got it. Let me know what you think.
I will. I will
Let me
let you
know.
know.
All right. And then on Sunday, Sunday, December 17th, we will be having a program at the State Museum here in Harrisburg. It is Nathaniel Gaston's Writer's Word Shop. We find a way or make one at the State Museum of Pennsylvania, and yours truly will be honored. It says, join us for an afternoon with featured artist, Dr. Yamanja Smalls. Meet and greet honored creatives and enjoy a unique vendor experience. Honored guests to include myself with several other artists that I'm very pleased to be in a part of the community with. So please, by all means, feel free to stop by. We will be there. And hopefully I will see some of you all there.
Yeah.
Jack said, we know they asked those questions, who they asked those questions to. And he said, great show, guys. Listen, thank you all
Thank you.
for stopping by, for joining. It would not have been the same without you. We will see you next week, same place, same time on Let's Talk About It. And before I forget, if you have an idea for a show, the man that you want to see is Minister Chris Thomas of the Voice
Yes.
104, the one that makes it happen, puts up with all of our shenanigans and things like that.
Absolutely.
Minister Chris, were you on there? Were you prepared for the kung fu fighting? Did you see that coming?
No, ma'am. No, I did. No, I did not.
Just checking, making sure I still, got it. So by all means, you guys join us next week. If you have an idea for a show next week, let us know. And until then, we'll be standing on our business. See how I did that, Jason? We'll be standing on our business. So join us next week, Taft. Keep doing well in school. Taft is in class this week. So we will see you hopefully next week. Thank you guys for coming out. God bless and good night. Jason, anything?
Keep on
Okay,
shining and keep on being clean. Do your thing.